Hey guys, Everything Tech Pro here. Long time no see, and I'm really sorry for that. I had my exams going on, so I couldn't upload any videos. From now on, I try to keep punctuality in reporting you the immediate updates on what's going on around the globe. So, with this, today we're going to see about the iPhone 7. So, something to everything which you would like to know about the iPhone 7, either because you're buying it, or you're planning to buy it, or you are in a confusion whether to buy or not. So, without further ado, let's get started up right away. So guys, starting off with the caption. The iPhone 7's caption is "This is 7." So now you can see in the screen the new jet black color that looks absolutely amazing. And I was really expecting for a darker color of black, but jet black is still amazing. So I really like this color. So proceeding on with the release date. So the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus are ready for the release on September 16, and pre-orders have already begun. And Apple is quite sure, even before they release, that they're going to sell out the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus this year. So Apple claims these things as the major things which it has done in the iPhone 7. If you don't see the camera and the power of the processor, which Apple does it every year. So the new black and the jet black finishes look absolutely amazing. The one which you're seeing now is the black color, and the one on the previous image which you saw was the jet black. The color is really nice. So the IP67 splash and water resistant. So Apple caught me by surprise when they said they're gonna have the IP67 water resistance. So Minchi Kao from the KGI Securities earlier told that iPhone 7 will be having a waterproofing, and it will be having the IPX67, which means that only water resistance, no dust resistance. But Apple surprised us and gave us both water resistant as well as dust resistant. So what IP67 water resistance is that it can stay underwater of 10 meters for about 30 minutes. I don't know, 10 meters or 1 meters, I'm not sure. I think it should be 1 meters, not 10 meters. 10 meters is too much. Yeah, sorry. 1 meters for 30 minutes, and your phone should be good. No scratch at all on that. Then they claim that they have removed the physical home button. Instead, you have a 3D touch capacitive home button. So next up, what makes iPhone 7 even more great is the camera. Even though the camera's megapixel other counts of the rear camera has not gone up or down, the main thing which Apple focused is on the aperture rate. It has to reduce the aperture rate so that the light can enter the camera lens in more amount, and low light photography is going to be great. So it's catching up to Samsung in case of the low light photography. Next up, let's see what are the specifications of the camera. So the rear camera is having the same 12 megapixel camera, just it has a great low light photo capabilities, and it is made up of 6-element lens as usual in the 6S, not much of a change. And there is one great feature of the iPhone 7 which I like even more now. Now you need not purchase the iPhone 7 Plus just to get the optical image stabilization. Now the optical image stabilization is even available in the iPhone 7. Next up, this area is where Apple caught me by surprise once again, when they say that the FaceTime camera is going to be 7 megapixels instead of the 5 megapixel in the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus. So what it means is that you can take greater selfies, and the selfies are going to be more bright, vivid, and you can even now record video recording up to 1080 pixels from your front camera. And then what is great about the flash? In the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus, or even from the 5s, I would say that we were having a True Tone flash, dual LED flash, one for each color. Now we are having a quad-core flash, 2 flashes for each colors. So that is the specialty about the flash. So what they claim with this is there's going to be a more range in which the light of the flash travels, and it's going to be giving a true effect of True Tone flash. It will actually identify the light flickering. Even in flickering conditions, it will identify the amount of light present, and the flash will be given out in the appropriate rate for the photo which is needed. So next up is the iPhone 7 Plus camera. This was told in the leaks and rumors by many others, and it was like finally sometime it said that they're going to cancel the dual lens camera, and then say it is going to be there. There were a lot of speculations about that, and finally Apple announced it the dual lensed camera on the iPhone 7 Plus. So again, the megapixel count did not change. For this also, the aperture rate is less, which means that light has more room to travel into the camera, and low light photography is gonna be a hell. So what is the use of the dual lens camera? So the two lenses are there. One is the wide angle lens and the telephoto lens. The wide angle lens is like just like the normal lens, you take the photographs, and the telephoto lens is going to be used to just zoom on a particular thing and take a photo, like just like the optical zooming in many of the DSLRs. And Apple claimed that the iPhone 7 Plus can give you a DSLR quality image. So now what here Apple didn't tell you is that you could take photos at 1x or zoom and take a photo at 2x with the optical zooming available here, but you cannot zoom to 1.5x. You cannot actually set the amount of optical zoom you want. You just have a 1x or a normal photo or a 2x optical zooming. Anyway, digital zoom is available up to 10x. So that is it for the camera. Next thing, Apple has not changed the display by anything. The pixel per inch remains the same, the resolution remains the same, the contrast ratios remain the same. But what difference Apple has made is now the Apple's iPhone 7's display supports more color gamuts, which means that each and every individual color can be separated from similar colors, and the color will come to life. So it'll look rich when you look at the display. So, and second thing, it has also increased the brightness of the iPhone 7 display, and Apple claims that the iPhone 7's display is the brightest iPhone display ever. Next up, coming about the processor. What's powering these monsters? You know, why I'm saying monsters we'll come to know later, but for now let's see. So this is twice faster as iPhone 6, and it's even going to give you the longest battery life. So we're going to be getting about 4 hours of more battery than the iPhone 6 and 2 hours more than the iPhone 6s. That's going to be great because you now have more juice in your iPhone, and it will be helping you to use your iPhone a complete day without any problem. Then there was a speculation that the iPhone 7 would be having a 3.5mm jack, and it happened. There is no 3.5mm jack. Instead of that, what Apple gave as a replacement? What is the plus point? I'm coming on the replacement later, and what Apple gave us extra for removing the 3.5mm jack is these stereo speakers. So now you have a two-speaker design in the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus, just like the iPad Pro's 4 speakers. So a speaker on the top, a speaker on the bottom. So now if you listen to audio in your speakers, it's going to be much more better. So that's what Apple told us in the event, and these are the colors: jet black, black, rose gold, silver, and gold. So these are the things which Apple told us. Now let's analyze the stuff what they told. So first of all, these are the colors as I told you right now. Both for the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus, you have now 5 colors: jet black, black, silver, gold, and rose gold. So what is the capacity? There was speculation that Apple was going to be dropping the 16GB model, and they're going to come up to the 32GB base storage. But Apple played a small game by saying 16, 32, 64 is the storage option for the iPhone, and shocked almost all people for a second. And then Phil Schiller told, "Oh, I'm joking." So these are the final capacity or the storage thing which you're getting with the iPhone. It has basically doubled the storage of the iPhone 6s. The 16GB and 64 and 128 was the available storage. Now you have 32, 128, and 256 on both the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus. And the most favorite color of most of the people, at least for me, the jet black is my favorite color. It will be available only in the 128GB and 256GB version. So you need to pay more to get the jet black color. So next up, as we know, the display hasn't changed as compared to the iPhone 6s. The 6s and 7 have the same display, 326 pixels per inch, and the same contrast ratio, 1400 to 1, and the same for the iPhone 7 and the 6s Plus, contrast ratio of 1300 to 1, and 1920 by 1080p, or 401 pixels per inch. Not much has changed in the display. So next up, we're gonna see what is powering these, and why did I say monsters? So The iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus are powered by an A10 chip with an M10 core processor. That's the same as the A9 or an M9. But what is different is that the processing performance has gone to 120% more faster as compared to the original one, and you can see the steady steep graph growing on from the 6S to 7. So now what makes it special is that the iPhone 6s had a dual core processor, but the iPhone 7 and the 7 Plus now have a quad core processor, two high performance cores, which gives 40% faster processing than A9 and 2x faster than A8. The other two, which are the lower performance one, are optimized so that they don't consume battery. Whenever you need a great performance, those two cores come into the test and they overpower the other devices which are there in the market. So now you have a quad core. And how would you better tell on what is the change? How are these quad core processors going to perform? So here they are, the leaked Geekbench results of the iPhone 7. Single core score of 3379 and multi-core score of 5495. So it's a mammoth score as compared to the 6S. For any smartphone in the market, this Geekbench score is awesome, man. It's just great. So these both iPhone 7 and the iPhone 7 Plus have raw processing power. It's not going to lag a bit. You can use it as much as you want. It now has 4 cores. Next up, what Apple told us is that the iPhone 7 will be having the 2 gigabytes of RAM as the iPhone 6s and the 6s Plus. But the iPhone 7 Plus is going to exclusively have a 3 gigabyte of RAM. That makes sense because since iPhone 7 Plus is a bigger phone, bigger display, it has more displays to pixels to push, more functionality to do. But now with the dual lens camera, it now has to do more processing work. So it's fair to give the iPhone 7 Plus a 3 gigabyte of RAM. So finally, we're going to be talking about the technical things about the camera. So now you can see the jet black and the black in the iPhone 7 Plus and the rose gold and the gold in the iPhone 7. So now you can note that in the gold and the rose gold, you can see the antenna bands curving up on the top instead of the straight antenna bands on the iPhone 6s. That looks really great. And on the jet black and the black, the antenna bands doesn't seem to be even existing. So that is a plus point of the jet black and the black color. So let's talk about the FaceTime camera now first. 7 megapixel with 1080p recording, and it has a retina flash as usual as the 6s, and it has 2.2 aperture, and it can now capture wide color and also has a live photos. Rest of the things are same as compared to the iPhone 6s. Coming to the back cameras, both of them have the same 12 megapixel camera with a 1.8 aperture for the iPhone 7. For the iPhone 7 Plus, you have the same 12 megapixel camera, and the wide angle lens has the 1.8 aperture, and the telephoto lens has a 2.8 aperture. So this is what has changed in the iPhone 7 Plus as compared to the iPhone 6s Plus. So let's start coming about the battery. How much long it's going to last? So as I told, iPhone 7 is going to last 2 hours longer than the 6s, and the 7 Plus is going to last 1 hour longer than the iPhone 6s Plus. So these are the actual values on what you will be getting in the battery. So moving on further, this is the final look of your iPhone. No 3.5mm jack. You have to use your lightning connector as a medium to listen to music as well as charge your device. So there is a small problem now. You can't charge the device and listen to music simultaneously. That's going to be a problem. So what did Apple make out a solution, or what alternatives Apple is providing? The first alternative is the AirPods, the wireless AirPods, which will be available from October, not now, late October. So Apple is recommending you to go wireless on them, just not following the older wired medium. So Apple believes that wireless is the future of any device now. So anyway, people who don't really like the wireless, Apple is providing the lightning connected headphones along with the box. And there will be some people who love their earphones. For them, what Apple has done, you even get the lightning connector to the 3.5mm adapter already included in your iPhone box. Alternatively, Apple has also provided a dock where you can charge and you can use the 3.5mm jack on the dock to listen to music like that. So now this basically satisfies the purpose of removing the 3.5mm jack. They're giving you water resistance, and now they're even providing accessories with which you could do what you have been doing in the iPhone 6s. So that's it, guys, for the iPhone 7. So in my next video, I'll be comparing the iPhone 6s and iPhone 7, and should you upgrade to the iPhone 7 if you are in the iPhone 6s, or you are in iPhone 6s and below. I'm going to be comparing, is it worth it or not. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please like and share and subscribe to the channel to see more such videos. That's it, guys, for today. I'll see you up in the next video. Until next time, it's peace out.